page 15, there's 2 blocks. How many in figure 2? 4. Figure 3?
6.
Good. Figure 4?
8.
All right. So, do you know what the rate of change is?
2x.
Yes. So 2, 2x. What's my starting point?
0, 1, 2. 1, 0, 0. 1, 2.
So what would be the equation?
2x plus 2 or 1? Y equals 2x plus 1.
So if you say 1, if you say 2, you're telling me that figure 0 is 1 or 2. Your starting point is figure 0, not figure 1. How do they get you to make a mistake? They do this. They don't give you figure 0, so you kind of forget about figure 0, but we need figure 0. Figure 0 is the last part of our equation. So what would figure 0 be? 0. I just want to hear all the wrong answers, you know. Y'all did, though. Y'all did. All right, Mr. 1, Mr. 2. Okay, so figure 1 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What is my equation?
Y equals
2x plus 0, which is y equals 2x. But I put the plus 0 so you understand, like, figure 0 was 0. So it's at plus 0. All right, so to figure out figure 10, I plug it in here. Y equals 2 times 10 plus 0. What's 20? All right, now we have to graph it. Oh, so on this very tiny, tiny graph. So 1 will be 2. 2 will be 4. 0, 0. 3 will be 6. All right, that's enough dots. And then we connect. There we go. Pretty easy. What if I change your quiz to tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah. You do that
And then we
with
can do
guys.
Angel's Kahoot on Friday. Yeah, on Friday. We want to have
Oh, yeah. One Friday.
Yeah. Please.
You don't understand any of this part?
Oh, they didn't have that's on the test.
Yeah, because this is literally the test. Well, this is actually a harder format than the actual test. Page 13 is your test, and the way it's formatted is easier than this. This is like the way it's formatted just becomes a little bit harder, but it's the same idea. All right, figure 1 on the second one. How many do we have?
3.
How many in figure 2?
5.
Then?
7.
Okay. Right? Do we understand how to do that? So then, 2 things you have to do, Nicole. First thing is, what are you adding by?
2.
Okay. That is called your rate of change. Equals 2. Okay? Now, the second piece of information that I need is called the starting point. Where do I look for the starting point? Figure 0. In this worksheet, to make it harder, they don't give you figure 0. They don't even write figure 0 down. That's how they make it harder. But since it's your worksheet, you can literally go figure 0 is equal to, what is it? 1. How? Well, you know that you have to be adding 2, right? So what number plus 2 is going to be 3? Oh, the number 1. Given these 2 pieces of information, you can now substitute. Your formula will always be y equals rate of change x plus starting point. So this is why it's very important that you get these two pieces of information, your rate of change and your starting point, so then you can plug it in. Here and here. What is my equation?
1 equals 2x plus 1.
Okay? So you need your rate of change and you need your starting point to write your equation. To find those two numbers, in my opinion, is super easy. You just have to like figure out, what am I adding by? Oh, that's my rate of change. And then you have to go backwards to figure 0. All right. So let's plug them in. 3, 5, 7. 4 would be 9. 5 would be 11. What would 10 be? This is kind of like the 17 from the other worksheet. So 2 times 10 plus 1. What is 2 times 10 plus 1? And that's what you're going to plug into the 10. Where you see x, that's where you write your equation, also known as your rule. Equation, your rule. You know how I call it the rate of change and the starting point? In 8th grade, they'll call it that, and then they'll transition you into the proper algebraic way of writing it or saying it. It's just easier for us to start teaching it to you using the words rate of change and starting point because it kind of makes sense. When we talk about it in real algebra vocabulary, kids are like, what? What does that mean? There's no relationship. Slope and y-intercept.
Oh, I heard that. I hate Alex. What?
All right, let's graph it.
On the
What?
one to the right, is each one of the trapezoids with 3 blocks?
Yeah. So number 1 would have 4. 3 is 7. Edwin, let's do this instead of that, and then.
Is that like your mini rulers?
Yeah, I keep thinking like I should just hand out popsicle sticks to kids, but like would that be more annoying than the ruler?
Probably. No. Yeah.
I mean, just because like there's a handful of you who just have to be reminded it's a ruler, not a toy.
You should give them popsicle sticks. Popsicle sticks are much cheaper than rulers.
That has nothing to do with the fact that people cannot stop playing with things that are not toys.
The same thing though.
That's my fear. All right, the last one. You guys try it out on your own. I'll be back. Try it out. So figure 1 has